Hey guys, working on the little trike here today. Let me show you what I got set up here. Alright, remember I was telling you about the frame being bent? Well, here's my version of a frame rack. Right now there's a lot of pressure on these cables, but I got the cables over the bend in the frame and I'm pushing up here with the bottle jack. And what this is going to do is it's going to take that arch and then flatten it out. So hopefully when I release the tension on this, which is what I'm about to do, that arch won't come back. So let's take off the tension and see what happens. Be right back. Oh, come on, focus. All right, there we go. Okay, went through the stretching or bending procedure again. Got it a little better, but not perfect. I don't have it set up here to show you. But this still hits here, but just not as bad. It's just like scrubbing now. So I think I'm going to take the rest of that out of right here. So right now, bucket of grease, cleaned race, and where'd they go? Right there. There's 20 and another 20. So there's 20 for the top or bottom. There's 20 for the top or bottom. Those are the bearings. We're going to put them back in here and up in here. There's the upper race. The owner just said, hey, there's not really that much strain on it. Who cares if it's pitted? Let's just go with it. So we're going with it. And around here somewhere is the, there it is. Boom, there's the nut. So we're going to put this all back together. I'll be back in a minute and show you. All right, everybody. So I got the head bearings put back in. Everything's good to go there. They look good. It turns good other than it's slightly rubbing. But see now, it's just slightly rubbing. I think I'm going to take and put a little pry bar in there and try to pry out the axle a little bit. I think that'll give me the rest of the distance I need, because if I just pinch the fender in, I clear. So this only had about 1/4 inch of a gap anyway. The bend here, it's almost perfectly straight now. I mean, there's still a little bit of an arch too. If I put a straight edge on it, you can see a little arch. But I don't have the ability to get it any smaller than that. As it was pulling up the edges of my lift table here. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see it, but right there, you can see where it bent the table. I already flattened this side out. I'll have to do that to that one. No big deal. But right now, almost got it. Head bearings are back in. So I'm going to put the triple tree back on it. The top of the triple tree. That back up there and see if I can't give it a little bit of a, pry it with a pry bar or a jack handle or something. See what I can do. Anyway, I'll take you with. I'll be back. Hey guys, let me show you what we got going on here. It's been a busy day. I've been back and forth to the auto parts store for one of the Maxims, but I did get some time to work on the trike, so here we go. And how about that? We are completely clear of the fender, right back where we need to be. So once again, I had to take the come along, go from here over the bar. This time, the first time I was doing it right here where the bend was, hoping to push down on the bend as I'm pulling up on the body. That didn't work too well. This time I came back a little bit farther. Now, this is something that I used to do as a bodyman when we were pulling frames. Sometimes we'd hold where it's bent, sometimes we'd hold just behind or just in front of it. But I held just behind it this time, which as I tightened down on it, it squished the back down. So I put some blocks under the back here to keep the back from squishing down on the tires. Pushed up here with the bottle jack, and then I put the 2x4 here and hit, and now that it is as straight as can be with a straight edge, and I am right where I should be here. That worked out pretty slick. I wish I had done that first. So as you see, I got the bars back on it. I did find a nut. If you remember from the first video, this nut was missing. That bike there donated the head bolt for it. I already have one for the XR80 that I'm going to be putting back together, so I didn't need this one. The carburetor. Let's see, we played with that, didn't we? Let's go in and see the carburetor. I talked to the owner, and he said, let's try to epoxy it before we try to replace it. So there's a little bit of JB weld there, and I put a little bit, You can see, get the light. Put a little bit on the inside there so it's reinforced from both sides. I don't think I'm going to sand it down or anything. It should be fine either way. There's the parts. I got to check to make sure the jets are clear. There's the body. He also said to go and get a just get an open element air cleaner. So I'm gonna take the carburetor to work tomorrow and try to find something that'll work for that. I brought it with me and just briefly size it up to some stuff. I think I'm gonna have to make an adapter, but I think I can make it work. Alrighty, so I'm gonna put the carburetor back together. And the Maxim's got a battery charging, but that's not part of this video. And that little guy is almost ready to roll off my bench. I did get the front wheel out of the axle. That took some beating. It was not completely rusted in there, but it wasn't just slided out like it should. They did grease it, believe it or not, but you can see the marks here. That's where the bearing was resting. On this side, it's right here. So the bearing was actually froze up, but the axle was spinning on the inside shaft of the bearing. And then once I get the carburetor done, I'm going to test out this coil. And I need to make a bracket of some sort to hold this coil. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to put it like this. I'd like to put it like that. I don't think I can get those holes to line up well enough. I'll figure it out. We'll see. So, let me get going on that carburetor. I'm going to take this air box out since we're not going to use it anymore. And I'll be back soon. Hey everybody. Okay, so the ATC is done as far as I can go today. We got to order some, yeah, I couldn't get the pilot jet cleared, so we're going to have to order that up. So there it is. Got the gap good there. Got this is to prevent it from getting stolen. It's ready to take the carburetor back onto it. Everything else seems to be okay with it. Oh, yeah, I need to make an adapter. Actually, I just need a spacer to put this coil in. If I put it down like this, like the holes will line up. I just need to move it out a little bit farther, and it should work just fine. So that's what I think I'm going to try, and we'll try to start it up after that. Anyway, so there we go. This is all we're going to do for today. I need to work on the throttle cable and stuff a little bit, but I want to do that after the carburetor is in place. Alrighty, so there's the airbox. It's out. It's not down there anymore. All in all, just waiting on some money, then some parts, and then we'll keep going. Tuesday, the bearings for that there to go into there will be here. So on Tuesday, I won't be able to do them, but next weekend I'll be able to put the wheel bearings on so I can roll this thing around again. Alright guys, as usual, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, critiques, or anything else like that, please let me know. Alright, catch you later.